Adam Ciferri is a tattoo artist out of Auspicious Tattoo. Started out on the East Coast and has been tattooing for the past 21 years.
No one ever said, hold the machine this way. They just said, don't do this, don't do that, and don't do that, and don't do that. And everything else, those are the parameters.
After years of pen paling, John Montgomery, co-founder of Alla Prima Inc., flew him down to talk shop and tattoos at the Grand Tattoo Lodge. John and Adam first met about 10 years ago. Since then, they've maintained a relationship and finally decided to get together after Adam became intrigued with John's new pigment line.
We've stayed in communication since we met a few years back, and John's always been cordial. And we'd always talked about, yeah, maybe one day we'll hang out together and do some tattoos. He told me he was going to start this line of pigment, Alla Prima. I'd known John from before that. I knew his name. I knew he was a reputable tattooer. So I knew that it was going to be something interesting and at least something I wanted to check out. The more I checked it out, the more I was into it. I used to make all of my own ink, my own pigment, because that's what I was satisfied with. John sent me some and said, hey, try some of this stuff out, some of this pigment. It's as good or better than anything I've ever made myself.
In order to properly illustrate what design they have in mind, Adam works very closely with his clients to ensure the perfect tattoo experience.
I try to convince people to not get tattooed. No, really. I listen to what they want. I make them a drawing. If they like the composition, I will further refine the composition. I like for them to be there while I'm doing it, and that way I can get instant feedback. Sometimes you can kind of sense what people want. You can kind of say, okay, I can understand what you're getting at here. And there's a lot that can be conveyed without words, with them just being there.
Adam used to make his own pigment line, but his desire to make tattooing more efficient and progressive set him on the path of building tattoo machines to make life easier for professional artists.
The way I started building tattoo machines was I couldn't get a straight answer from anybody who I bought a tattoo machine from as to how to make the damn thing work. I bought a tattoo machine from a guy, and he says to me, what do you think of it? I said, I like it. I just want to know how I can make it run faster. He goes, well, turn the voltage up. So that was the most bullshit answer I ever got in my life, and I knew it was bullshit. So I was like, oh man, I guess there's more to this than I thought. Well, you know, I ended up fixing it until it's broken and then figuring it out from there. I made the thing run to my satisfaction, and I could make the thing move as fast as my hand would move. So all my friends who were tattooers, my colleagues would say, how can I get one of those? You know, would you modify this thing to make it do that for me? That's how that started.
Adam's love for mechanics and hands-on craftsmanship keeps him motivated in machine building and all aspects of art.
I like anything mechanical that has moving parts, any kind of precision manufacture, any kind of fit that needs to be paid attention to, that's critical. That's probably the most fascinating to me outside of tattooing. So there's tattooing, it's machine building, it's mechanical stuff, it's art, it's illustration. Motorcycles fit in there, but I definitely do love the sound of tattoo machines. And you know, if the Grand Lodge didn't have tattoo machines humming here, I don't know that I'd be happy to be here. And thank you, John, for having me out here, allowing me the opportunity to use the pigment that you sent me, and for talking with me about machines and pigment and the application of tattooing and how to make this better for everybody involved.